Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a good day. It's been rough with everything that's transpired with Marshawn Kneeland, and the team is just getting back together. We talked about this a bit this morning, how Solomon Thomas got everybody together and they did a charity event, and they're beginning the process of healing. Jerry Jones, who always is on 105.3 The Fan on Tuesdays, spoke about the players that we're getting back, as well as their plans for Marshawn Kneeland. So I'm not going to, it's a long, Jerry Jones is long-winded. I'm not going to go too far in. I just want to get the Marshawn Kneeland portion of it in. So let's go to the tape here, and then we'll discuss.
It's good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you, too, especially coming out for this bye week. I know that you got these two significant trades that happened, and everybody's excited about that. Can you talk about what you think those two guys are going to add to the defense? Is it immediately, or is it something that's going to ramp up, that Eberflus has to work those guys in, or are they going to be able to hit the ground running?
No, they're going to hit the ground running. Certainly, we've got their teammates that are there as well. And so you say, well, is there going to be competition? The answer is there's always competition. But in the case of our linebacker, he'll fit right in. He understands our system, plays it, has been in and out of it his entire career. The main thing is his instincts. He's got the ability to read the play and get up in the gap, which I think will be real additive to our defense. And then, of course, immediately we're going to get the help that we need with that rotation. I'm excited about our three defensive tackles in there and the kind of rotation that we can have. It should be immediately impactful on our defense.
Jerry, what are some conversations that you've had, or maybe the coaching staff has had with DeMario and Overshown, for him not to do too much? I know a lot of fans are kind of hoping for him to be this savior and superhero at the linebacking position because of what they saw in previous years. What are kind of some of the conversations for him just to play his game?
Well, I think that he really has had, frankly, an amazing rehab. He was moving around really good during training camp. Of course, he wasn't ready to go, but his involvement in the psychic of the team has been there. He's been very active, moving up and down in practices. He's, of course, a great, talented player with a lot of overachieving in his makeup. So he's been a part of things out there. He really does know what to do. Now, we all talk about the rust, not having played. That's real. But fundamentally, I would expect him to step right in and be familiar with what we're doing. And I know that it's going to be interesting to see how many snaps he gets his first game.
This game is going to be on Monday Night Football, Jerry, and ironically, this means for the first time in history, the Cowboys will not be playing on a Sunday for 3 consecutive Sundays in the middle of the season. In other words, last game was on a Monday Night Football game, no Sunday the game before, no Sunday this bye weekend, and then no Sunday this coming up weekend. This is like a real unusual circumstance. Is there anything like that ever been around with the Cowboys before? We had that kind of time, or the time in between, or not just bye week, but just time off?
Yeah, well, I think the bye week would get the most focus, and that's not playing at all, which we've just had this weekend. And that was needed in terms of just getting generally healed up. But it does present a unique set of circumstances. But, we've got a history with that Thanksgiving Day for years of playing in short weeks, odd weeks, those kinds of things. And so while it's there, it's real, we enjoy the opportunity to get to play on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
Jerry, on a sadder note, everybody was stunned with the shocking death of Marshawn Kneeland. Stephen was on the show yesterday with KNC Masterpiece, and he said there was going to be a special tribute, I'm sure, with the Dallas Cowboys when you get back to AT&T Stadium. Can you talk about how you felt when you heard the news and how the reaction has been around the star?
Well, devastated. Just hard to believe the content that was on the other end of the phone. It was in the middle of the night when we all got the news. But while we're talking about it, I do want to say publicly how much I appreciate the national news, the national recognition of him. I thought it was so fitting that on the games Sunday nights, all the Sunday, that they recognize what the loss of Marshawn. We're going to do a special helmet decal for the remainder of the season, and the team leaders are reviewing a lot of design options in terms of what that decal will look like, and then we'll do a pregame warm-up special T-shirt in Vegas and Eagles just to for the team itself to wear during those times, and you know, we all are having to share the sorrow. All are having to share the different ways or different things that come through your mind. It's not like that as a teammate, Marshawn touched everybody in many different ways. The very definition of team is we love each other, we rely on each other. That's the ethos of what a team is about. Everybody expects that, this is a rough game. It takes some real mental toughness to play the game, but in fact, there's a lot of love for each other there that is shared in unique ways, and you get to know each other pretty good. And so it's really not a complicated, it's just a multifaceted mental thing that is going through everyone's mind, of course, his teammates, and I know for the fans. Sports emphasizes so many things that we all want to some degree hang our hat on. But this is a reality check that at the end of the day, the human things of having someone's company on earth, being able to be involved with them for the time that we're here, they're here, all of those things come to mind in times like this.
You know, in a way, their head coach, Shotty's kind of built for situations like this. He's probably one of the best people you could have as a head coach in this particular situation. Can you talk about how he's always been about the culture and guys playing for each other, as you mentioned before, and how when the guys get back in this week, you know, how he's going to handle up with things?
Yeah, well, I think that Shotty does have a realism about him. Because he simply was born into it. He was, in terms of being around anything unique about a football team. But I think we all have unfettered feelings about the people we love, people we work with. And this is just a time when you acknowledge that there's no answers. It makes you want to live life to the fullest. It makes you want to look for the very best in what we have for each other, and in some way make some sense out of these times in terms of what they can mean from helping those that are here on earth right now. So all of those things are are very natural come to mind. But his death is such a national awareness thing that it takes on some of that light when we think about how we go forward. From the standpoint of the team, from the standpoint of going back to work, there's no doubt in my mind that they will do so in memory of what he was all about. He was very unique in his zest for life, and he was very unique in his passion for the game. And of course, the saddest thing for someone like me is the fact that he's only 24 years old.
Yeah.
And you think about all of the time that we're going to miss him, and he's going to be missed by the people around him. He's just getting started.
Yeah, and speaking about getting started, we know that he scored a touchdown on Monday Night Football, but one of his other great moments was when he got the phone call from the Cowboys. We had Greg Ellis on the show on Sunday, and he was talking about what it was like in the war room, and everybody was asking questions about him. Can you kind of talk about when you made that phone call to Marshawn Kneeland and the fact that he was the guy that you guys wanted because he was versatile, and he was such a great guy?
Well, we had a player that we compared him to, DeMarcus Lawrence, that was just is such a great competitor. And so young DeMarcus, there he was, as it turns out, there in the second round, just like DeMarcus was. But the thing that stood out the most was he was from a smaller school, and we all thought, boy, he's going to take that enthusiasm. He's going to take those skills. Had tremendous physical skills. But more important than anything, I just can't emphasize enough what a positive influence he was out there. And that's what makes this loss, it's one of the things that make this loss so, if you will, poignant, because what he was about was life and the very things that we admire about it. And, you know, a team gives everybody an opportunity, or not opportunity, but everybody evaluates everybody. It's the nature of it. And you're under an evaluation almost from the time you get up until you go to bed. And so, in that area over, and why couldn't we have seen maybe that there were issues that we all have dealt with in all of our lives, and that's the mental aspect of our being. And no one gets more attention. No one gets any more scrutiny. No one gets any more critiquing than these guys that play this game. It's a game that you got to give of yourself when you're hurting a little bit, or give of yourself when you're tired, or give of yourself when you don't feel like it. That's what the accomplishment is on any practice, is how'd you do today, because it's a demanding game. Well, he lived that life. He lived it every day, and he lived it around this team that was looking at him every day, lived it around coaching staff that were talking to him about every day. And so it's really something to think about when it ends the way that it's ended. Is you know, how does that happen? And it just goes to show the man upstairs has just got his plan.
Yeah. Mental wellness is something that every
mental wellness is definitely signs we got to all look for. Shout out to Jerry Jones for the plans that they have for Marshawn Kneeland, and he truly will be missed. Hold your loved ones close, and remember, today is Veterans Day. Thank a veteran if you haven't already. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon. Peace.